Hello friends, welcome to my channel Excellent Coaching. Today we are going to start with chapter 1 of Psychology, class 11th NCERT. This is the very basic chapter which tells you about what psychology actually is, and students who have never studied this subject and have no idea what we study and what we actually do in psychology, they will understand about the various fields of psychology and various topics which will be covered in this subject, and also what is actually researched or done in this particular field. So introducing psychology to you with a very basic chapter which can tell you what psychology is. So let's start with the chapter 1 and the first topic, what is psychology. So this is the very basic and first question that comes into the mind when we start studying about this subject, psychology. Psychology, if we go by the literal meaning of the word, it is made by joining two different Greek words. One word is psyche and other word is logos. Psyche means soul, or we can also say it indicates mind. So psyche can be considered as a soul or mind, and logo means science or something which we study, maybe a subject. So when we join these two words, psyche and logos, we come to psychology, which was earlier thought to be a subject which is taught, or which is made to understand the functioning of the soul and the structure of the mind and things like that. But it was a very old thought and it was very unscientific, it was not verifiable. The ideas were very abstract because we could never see what a soul is, we could never see what a mind is. It was all abstract ideas and it was not verifiable, nothing was observable. So later on, when psychology was transformed into a scientific subject, the definition changed altogether. Now, psychology came from philosophy. Philosophy is usually considered as the mother of psychology. But later, when it evolved into a scientific subject, now the definition has also evolved, and now the new thought says psychology is not the study of soul or mind. It is actually the study of three different things, which is written here, which you can see here, like mental processes, behavior and experiences. So psychology is a study of mental processes, behavior and experiences, which is a very scientific definition of psychology. As it is now a scientific subject, all the scientific investigations are done in this subject and everything is tested and verified. So what are these three things we will cover in detail now. So let's move forward. Mental processes. What are mental processes? All the processes which are also known as cognitive processes, or which comes under the cognition category. It includes problem solving abilities, decision making abilities, reasoning abilities, learning, feeling, perceiving, and many more, which also includes knowing and understanding. So suppose right now you are watching my video and you are trying to know what I am trying to and make you understand, and you will later understand the subject and the definition. So right now also you are using your mental process, or we can say your cognition process, that is knowing and understanding. So whatever we do through our mental abilities will come under the mental processes, which is the first and foremost aim of the psychology, to find out all the mental processes which a human being is able to perform. Secondly, we come to experiences. What are experiences? Experiences are very subjective in nature. If you understand the meaning of this word subjective, it tells you that we all experience very differently. Very differently means what my experience is, maybe it is very different from your experience. My interpretation of something which I have seen may be very different from the interpretation of yours. So subjectivity means we all have different viewpoints. So same way psychology tries to understand this subjectivity and the differences we have in our different experiences. Experiences come through our awareness and through our consciousness, And there are more to it, like esoteric experiences which tell you that even we are not very conscious, we are in a trance state. Then also we have some kind of experience which is very different from a conscious experience. That trance experience may be also a very interesting part which can be studied in a psychological topic, which tells you that how we transform or how we change into something which is not very conscious. So trance word, if you ask me how to explain this word, I will explain it like when you see a yogi doing a meditation for very long time, or maybe for years, he goes or maybe he enters into a state which is not very conscious, and he is sitting there for long time and meditating and goes into a trance state. That particular trance state is known as esoteric experience. This is actually same when we talk about someone taking drugs and going unconscious. The same thing can be called as a trance or esoteric experience. So in psychology, what we study as an experience, it covers awareness also, conscious experiences also, and esoteric experiences also. Third, what is the most important thing that a researcher try to understand in psychology is the behavior. And here it is talking about the behavior, which are the responses or reactions that we make in response to a stimuli or a stimulus. So what is a stimulus? A stimulus is a maybe a something which you see, maybe something which you hear, or you taste, or you smell. All your five senses which are used to know the world around you, they are getting the stimulus, and you are reacting according to that. So that response or reaction to a stimuli is known as behavior, and psychology tries to understand that behavior in a scientific and very objective way. So the behavior includes involuntary actions which we know as reflexes, for example blinking your eyes or maybe breathing. Then it also includes voluntary action. Voluntary means like I am speaking right now, so this is my voluntary action. Third is overt behavior. Overt means something which is observable and you can see easily. So someone laughing or crying or playing is an overt behavior which you can see. And lastly is a covert behavior. Covert means something which is behavior which is not seen. Covert literally means a hidden behavior. This word literally means hidden. So covert behavior actually means something which is hidden. And if someone is daydreaming maybe, or someone is thinking quietly something, or a muscle twitching, these all comes under covert behavior. So these three are the basic things which we study in psychology, and three things which are the main goals of a researcher to understand, and these are mental processes, behavior and experiences. So now we can finally say that as psychology has evolved into a scientific subject, it does not study abstract things like mind or soul. Rather, it studies about mental processes, behavior, and experiences through its scientific investigations and objective analysis. This is what psychology is, and further we'll study in our further videos. We'll go to other topics also. Thanks for watching.